Hey guys, this is my natural standards tag. A lot of the green beauty vloggers in the community do a natural standards video just to kind of let you guys know, where we're coming from, what we're willing to compromise on and why we chose to do this in the first place. So this is that for me, and I guess I will start with the ingredients that I am not willing to compromise on. I am not willing to compromise on mineral oil or any of its derivatives, any sort of paraben, any sort of SLS, any sort of synthetic fragrance, any sort of synthetic silicone, phthalates, if that's how you say it, and PEGs are a little bit of a question mark. Okay, so the things I'm on the fence about are PEGs and the preservative alternative that is right here that I really need to learn how to say this word. That would be really helpful. But basically, a lot of products contain that ingredient, and a lot of them, it's ranked as a 2 on the Environmental Working Group Skindeep database. So it's definitely considered low toxin, but that doesn't mean that it can potentially irritate you. Like if you're going for just straight up, pigments and plant extracts, then that ingredient is not going to suit you. But I'm just not sure how it interacts with me, and a lot of the liquid foundations on the market are going to contain that ingredient. Even some of the liquid foundations of the really clean lines, like OSUDs on Etsy, they have some really fabulous products, but their liquid foundation contains that ingredient. So it's difficult to make a liquid foundation without a preservative. Makes sense to me. So that's kind of, an ingredient I'm on the fence about. And the other thing that is particular to me is that my husband is allergic to tree nuts. So I have to stay away from things that contain primarily sweet almond oil is the most prevalent one. And a lot of lip products contain sweet almond oil. So, like we're married, that's not really gonna work. Awkward. But right now I am using a cleanser by Lush. They're Ultra Bland, and it does contain, I think, that preservative and also sweet almond oil. Now, he accidentally used that once, the Ultra Bland, and he was a little red and irritated the next day on his forehead, but honestly, he sometimes is, just without provocation. He just tends to break out on his forehead. So who knows? I don't know if he is topically reactive to tree nuts, but when he ingests them, scary things happen. We have to rush to the drugstore. So I don't really want to chance it. But yes, I for sure tend to stay away from mineral oil for my son, especially. A lot of diaper rashes and eczema creams contain petroleum jelly, which is a runoff of gasoline. Like, who wants to put gasoline byproduct on your child's private parts? You know what I'm saying? It's just, that sounds crazy talk. So we use a lot of plant-based stuff for him, and soaps as well that contain SLS. They're gonna sting his eyes anyway, so a lot of the tear-free products on the market are already, plant based soaps. So we do that, and then we don't use any ammonia in the house. We use all plant-based cleaners in the house as well. So yes, those are my natural standards. I hope this was helpful to you. I will put some resources in the down bar of other natural standards videos that go into a lot more detail about why they like things and why they don't. And I am really still in the process of trying to decide what bothers me and what doesn't. If a product is just too beautiful to be true, and it has one ingredient in it, like that preservative that I'm kind of on the fence about, then I will give it a try and just see what my skin does with it. That great example of that is my Stila palette. I love it, and one of you actually asked me if Stila is green. They're not necessarily marketed as green, but they do keep a lot of the junky stuff out of their products. And this palette is just so beautiful. I couldn't pass it up. Like I said, it was a Christmas gift, so it was kind of an indulgence in the first place. And I wanted to see, I was a little bit curious about how my eyes would react to these type of eyeshadows. Now, if you look this palette up on the Environmental Working Group's database, the Skindeep database, it gives it a 2. So, you know, in general, it is low toxin, but it's definitely not all organic pigments. It does have some other ingredients in it. So when I talk about things being clean, it generally means to me that they don't have any synthetic mineral oil, silicone, PEG, phthalates, SLS, or synthetic dyes or fragrances. That's what it means to me. So now you know. Okay. I think the most important thing to realize in all of this is that it's a learning process. So I'm sure, you know, a month from now, I'll kind of be on a different page in this journey, and I really am just trying to understand, you know, what my body needs and how I can meet it in a healthy way, which, you know, once again, I'm not going to disclose my age, but I'm striving to do this because I really do want to live a healthy life, and I want my family to have a healthy life. So I think, you know, the most important thing in all of this is to choose your standards and, you know, try to find solid reasons that you want to keep those standards, because that's really the only reason you're going to keep them. Like if you just fly by night, oh, I'm not going to drink coffee for the next 2 months. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So, be flexible and have grace for yourself. You know, like if something is beautiful and it's like $2 and you're having a bad day, pick it up and see how your skin reacts to it and do a little research and find out what's in it. Really, I'm just rambling on. Okay, stay tuned for my next video. It will be about how to shop with these standards in mind at Sephora, Ulta, and the drugstore. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.